We've got a secret recording of Nat from the Toddy Westbrook lawsuit.
I have some questions about Unirock's video. Now, normally I would address this with facts and evidence, but I've done that before. In fact, I've even shown the facts and evidence that I would normally show with this one. But instead, I'm going to address this from more of a logical point of view, using common sense and rational thinking, logical thinking, critical thinking, if you will.
So basically, if you didn't know, Tina, I'll cut you, Tina and LMN are behind the brainwashing, influencing of Nat to make her think that she's talking to Katie so that she would go file in the Toddy lawsuit one more time.
I'm gonna kill her, Dustin.
Okay, now I just want to point out there real quick what he said. He said that they're doing all this to get Nat to file in the Toddy lawsuit. Just remember that he said that just now.
What's she talking about?
She's running scared that they're being found out for everything they did wrong.
Right.
So she's trying to get stuff on you in the system.
So do you hear the narrative? They're putting the narrative into Nat's mind. They are behind this fake account of KJ, and they're putting the narrative in Nat's mind. Everything she went and said to Sultzy, they put it right in her head.
Threaten use.
Oh, okay.
Okay, but now,
Oh, wow.
Chloe, you need to get off that chat.
Hear how she's telling her, get out of the chat. Stop talking to her.
It is very important.
Okay.
Why? Why is it so important that Nat gets out of that chat if they're behind the account she's chatting with?
Screenshots and video recordings, it's already there.
The sound you hear of the tapping and stuff, that's Nat shaking.
That noise you heard was me switching hands, okay? It wasn't the shaking. And also, I should add that with the iPhone 11 anyways, if you shake it, it will then undo or offer you a chance to undo a text or typing or whatever. It's some activity. You can set your phone up to do certain activities by shaking it. So
they are manipulating her based on her disability.
Come talk to us, Chloe.
Okay.
I know you probably have a headache.
So her saying that she knows that she has a headache, they know the damage they're doing to Nat by triggering her DID. This is how evil those people are. They know they're doing that. They're okay. They're okay with it. They're trying to.
how does Uni know that they're doing this or who's doing it or what they're doing? How does he know anything he claims to know? Oh, that's right. Because the FBI collected evidence on this for Katie and Uni and handed it to them so they could go play Nancy Drew and the Hardy Boys together, right? Because the FBI, what? They're the pair's secretary or some shit? Collecting this shit for... Come on. I feel like everyone on YouTube has been replaced by Invasion of the Body Snatchers, but their brains have been replaced with, I don't know, big steaming piles of Uni shit or something. This does not make sense to me. But I digress. How does Uni know? And I know that he says that he has this evidence, but he can't share it or put it out because then he'll be doxing someone. But he'll put it out in his new video. That won't dox someone in the new video. Uni has nothing. Nothing. Katie has nothing. Neither of them have a fucking brain cell between the two of them, let alone damning evidence.
It's part of the goal. If you get her to trigger her DID while having her talk to this fake account, she's going to be so upset. She's going to be so out of it. She's not going to know. She's not going to notice she's talking to a dummy account. This is the recording, by the way, that Nat showed her mother so that her mother would believe that Nat did talk to Katie.
If Nat really believed she was talking with Katie, why would her mother doubt her? Like, why did Nat have to show her mother to prove she was talking with Katie? If Nat believed she was talking with Katie, why would her mother doubt her? Why would there be any doubt? Why would Nat feel she had to prove this? I mean...
So when people say that Nat's a liar because she thought she was talking to Katie, no, she's not. She really truly thought it because she was tricked. When people say Nat's mother is a liar because Nat's mother thought she was talking to Katie, no, these people, this is called social engineering. We'll go into it in a minute.
You there, Quill?
Social engineering. Social engineering.
Yeah.
Wow, look at Uni go with the subliminal messages.
You're really tired, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, make sure you get her while she's really tired, while she's got a headache, while she's really upset, while her DID is triggered.
That's because you've been switching out so much.
Yeah.
Is it just me or just that Dustin dude sound like he has an accent? Like, I always get, I know it's just going to sound weird to people, but I always get the UK accent kind of confused with the Australian one. I know, don't come for me. But it's one of the two places that he sounds like he's from. I would even venture and say, I want to say Australia he sounds more like, but given that Nat is from the UK, I would say it's probably the UK. But yeah, that's kind of a strange accent for someone who was, in our military here, like born and raised here, and worked for the FBI for like 10 years. That's a really strange accent for them to have.
Because of you guys, the stress.
Sounds like Swanson.
Huh?
Who does?
On Swanson, I'm already messaging him. He will know you are the reason and he will hurt you.
So what this account says is the narrative of the hackers. The people talking to Nat are the hackers in the Toddy case, along with the people who helped them do this. So we know LMN, Dustin, and Tina in the very least.
Who will we hurt?
He's gonna try and hurt Nat. Swanson was the one.
Do you hear her? It's almost like she can read the screen, but she can't. I wonder how this person knew what was typed here, because she's the one typing it to Nat.
KG and Swanson worked together to get Nat.
Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Do you hear this? This is the same narrative that these guys are spitting, that Tina was spitting.
Where was Tina spitting this narrative?
It's the same narrative that's in the spoofed emails. You hear Nat's starting to, get really upset, and she's typing faster.
Running scared because everything's...
When you hear that tap, 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 that's her typing here. But when she's...
Now, as you saw, that was not my fingernails. My fingernails didn't touch the screen once. That was just my fingertips.
She's not typing, and you hear her leg kind of kicking.
Has been sent
shaking.
To who it's supposed to be.
Right.
What? Do what?
They're running scared because everything's has been sent to who it's supposed to be.
Actually, that's what you guys are doing, because everything now has been sent to the authorities. This is all in the hands of the authorities.
Right, but that...
Wait, then how does Uni have this? How does Uni and Katie have this? If this is all in the hands of the authorities, were they deputized? Like, real? Are they like temporary G-men or something? I mean, what the fuck?
That's what
Guess who's running scared? Certain members of this little crew are trying to dodge service.
But, I mean, my DMs are open. I almost got through that one without a laugh. Okay. Joking aside, if I'm one of the people being served, whether it be with a civil matter or a criminal matter, tell you what, give me the name and number of the attorney or of the law enforcement official in charge of the case, and I will personally contact them and give them my home address and the times in which I can be found there. I will make it so I am the easiest person in the world to serve.
What I mean is they did it before, so they're trying to scare her.
They're trying to avoid being served and civilly sued.
Don't let them scare you. They're just digging themselves deeper and deeper.
Make Nat think that these fake accounts are digging themselves deeper and deeper, so Nat is confident to go and try to help Saltsy. Go and try to help. This is them framing Swanson and framing KJ. You gotta ask.
Why are we talking about Swanson? Why are we talking about framing Swanson? What does Unirock care about framing Swanson? Why does he care enough to mention Swanson in this regard?
Ask yourselves why. Everything you hear these guys, every part of their narrative, you got to ask yourself, why is that part of the narrative? What does it gain them?
That's a very good question. What do those who are doing this get out of this? Now, I'm not talking about Nat or Little Miss Noble. Throughout this entire video, I'm not addressing them. For all I know, they're not exactly real either. For all I know, they're in on all this. I don't know them. That's kind of the point. I don't know them. I'm talking about the people I do know. So like Tina, myself, Dottie, Steve. What do we get out of this?
Now remember who's typing this.
Chloe, are you there?
Chloe, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there.
Okay.
I got Emily next to me that's...
See how she like auto-corrected to yourselves? It's almost like inside she slips and knows that she's talking to multiple people, that it's not really.
Chloe, it's okay.
It's so sad. Nat is so affected that she's in the state you're hearing her be in because of these people. These people have been triggering Nat's DID purposely so they can get what they want out of her for over a year, because they've been talking to her ever since they met in the closed Facebook group.
She has her lamp. It's just, at the moment...
This is the people from the closed Facebook group, which we busted a year ago. And this is what they've evolved into. It's the evolution of targeted harassment.
When KJ and Todd were trying to do very bad things to make...
Okay, I've been in that closed Facebook group since early 2000, so about a year and a half. I don't remember anyone busting it. I mean, and the group was never secret. I think it was private maybe for a while, or I think it's been private, but it was never secret, so anyone could still search for it and find it. So it's not like they busted it by finding it. This group was never a secret to begin with. I never seen anyone... In fact, we've done a search throughout the group, an extensive search several times throughout the group for a Nat, a Natalie, and Dustin, and Little Miss Noble, and there's nothing. Nothing. Now it's possible that they deactivated or deleted their Facebook account and that removed their posts and comments. That happens sometimes. But you know what doesn't go away? When people tag you. Those posts or comments in which they tag you, that stays. Your name in that tag stays. Like, for example, Katie, she deleted or deactivated her last Facebook account. But there are pro-vax groups right now that she was a member in, that she's been since kicked out of or whatever. And her posts and comments are gone. But all those posts and comments that are tagging her, even the ones kind of giving her shit, they're still there. I find it hard to believe that possibly 3 people or all these people were active in this group, but they were never once tagged. It's almost like they were never in the group.
Hannah.
Look at how scared Nat is. Look at how scared Nat is. And that's the end.
See, I'm a better actor than Nat is. But I'm done being petty now. That's not scared. That's shocked. And color me shocked that Uni doesn't know what a woman's emotions sound like.
This is extremely disturbing. The fact that these people that were in the closed group, remember what happened in the closed group? That's where they threatened and doxed and shared houses saying, this bitch thinks she's safe and all this. These are all images that were submitted to the court to get the RO.
Yeah, that never happened. In fact, I have all the images that were submitted by Katie into evidence for the TRO, not for the RO. Come on. Anyways, here's the screenshot in which he is speaking of. As you can see here, it's a picture of an open lot, just a piece of land anywhere. And tell me, where on there does it say, this bitch thinks she's safe? I mean, come on. If your case needs this kind of hyperbole for it to be made, then you may not have much of a case.
And these are the people who met in that group. And it's the same people. They just have left that Facebook group and have been talking in other chats, other means, Discord servers, StreamYard's links, Google Meets links, all like Skype calls. They've left the Facebook knowing that if they use a group like that, people are going to be able to know and things are going to leak out.
Yes, because nothing is ever leaked out of a private Discord or anything, right? I mean, hey, just ask Donnie and PJ about that.
So they've gone completely behind the scenes. But thanks to the videos like this and others that I have, I'll be uploading another video with every conversation between Tina and Nat and give you even more to what these people tried to do to affect the Toddy Westbrook lawsuit. This is them trying to affect a federal lawsuit. They find somebody that is mentally ill, that needs more help, that can have their mental illness triggered in the way that you're seeing. And they purposely trigger the mental illness and then plant these narratives in their head that you hear them speaking and combining with the fake account in order to get what they want. This is why Nat testified to the Toddy Westbrook lawsuit. So,
yeah, that does sound pretty damning. I mean, well, except for one thing. If that's what we wanted, why did we keep going after we got what we wanted? I mean, think about this. If what we wanted was to manipulate Nat into giving this damning declaration against Katie, then why is it then after she did that, we kept going? Because, I mean, wasn't her declaration in January? It's a rhetorical question. I know it was in January. So why is it then after January? Like, why did we keep going in February, in March, in April, in May? Although I do think some shit kind of slowed down for June. But July, though, seems to be picking up again. Why are we still doing this then? You know, it's almost like the people behind this, like, that's not what they wanted.
tell me what you think. And for people out there that'll say Nat or Nat's mother lied. Yeah, I thought that too. I didn't believe that Nat was fooled into thinking that she was friends with KJ for a year. This is just one conversation over a year. Imagine what happened in the other conversations.
Okay, that brings me to the end here. You know, for Uni to suggest that this is myself, Tina, Steve, Dottie, whoever, that's a lot of energy to put into trying to mess with someone. Like, I've been cheated on before, and I've had friends do me really wrong before. And I wouldn't even conceive of putting a fraction of that much energy into, like, getting vengeance or whatever with them. And that would have been personal. That would have hurt. Why? What would we get out of this? What would be the reward? What, to see what Katie possibly with going through a defamation lawsuit? I mean, how does that reward us? What's our motivation? What's our motive? What are we looking to get out of this? It doesn't make sense. But there are other actors involved where it does make sense. I mean, I know I haven't been around. I know I'm still a little new to this community or whatever, like a year and a half, and people have been here for like 2, 3, 4 years or whatever. Has this community just always so quickly and easily just abandoned all logic and bought into shit Unirock said? And he's not even saying anything with what he's saying. Who put this video together? Who put the audio together? I mean, it doesn't make sense. I could make this audio and put it together with a screen recording and type shit up. I wouldn't, don't get me wrong here, but I could. So you would think that Unirock would respect his viewers and you enough to at least show you something that verifies what he's showing you or gives us some sort of authenticity. But he doesn't. He doesn't even try to. He doesn't even say that they should exist or that it went through any kind of scrutiny. He just says, here. And then he even tells you that he already enhanced and played with the shit. It's almost like he's pissing on everyone's head, telling them it's raining, and people are just walking around saying, geez, I wish I wore my rain boots today. Okay, lastly, I just want to say that if you're handing over screenshots or video recordings or whatever, conversations, to Katie and Unirock, you should know that you made a very poor decision. I say this because, okay, I was reminded of something earlier today watching a different video. I was reminded of like people who sit there and say, if you're not doing anything wrong, you have nothing to hide. Like in regards to like police searches or whatever. If you're not doing anything wrong, you have nothing to hide. Well, they make the mistake of assuming that they know what they'd be looking for. The same concept applies here. You would be making the mistake of assuming that you're handing it over to the right people for the right reasons, that you're opening yourself up. Their track record is shit when it comes to dealing with other people, especially when it comes to people online. So if you're giving them information thinking that they've changed, like they're a brand new person, that you're not going to regret it this time, like they're not the abusive asshole anymore, you're going to find that that's a mistake, I fear, because they are that abusive asshole still. And just like in a real relationship with an abusive asshole, you would not deserve whatever it is you got. Of course not. But you still kind of have to know that you didn't make the wisest choice. And that's basically going to be the outcome here because, well, as history shows, that's been everyone's outcome who's dealt with either of them. If you have information to share, just consider sharing it with Solids or the FBI instead. That's all. Before I wrap this up, I was about to wrap this up, but I got to add this in here now. She just tweeted not too long ago. Here's the tweet that she just put up. I truly believe they wanted me murdered. Are you kidding me? So, people behind it, their plan for doing that was to enlist someone they don't know in England. And this is another thing too, like the people behind this, they're putting all this trust into Natalie, and not only into Natalie doing the things that they want done, but also in her to keep her mouth shut. Here's some person that they supposedly met in a Facebook group for mental health or for DID. And they are going to entrust her with their freedom, with their futures, with their criminal activity. They don't even know the chick. Like, I wouldn't trust my real life friends with that, okay? Like people who I've known for 20, 30, 40 years, I wouldn't trust with that. Sure as hell I'm not going to trust someone I don't know who I met over a Facebook group. I keep asking myself, who has the most to gain from this? Who's benefiting? Who is this rewarding? How did someone just buy a new pool after paying attorney's fees for months over a federal defamation case? Okay, now it's time for member shoutouts. I'd like to thank
Diane Harlow, Sassy Elmo, Openly Avoidant, Not Bad Karma, T. King, Selena Kolstad, Gam Gam times 3, Mariana Santos, Mima Dragon, Golden Unicorn, Maria Rose 1, One Warped Angel, Stephanie G, Cass T, Melinda, Rose, Star Lily, Melinda, Sweet Home Alamanda, TB, Sassy Noss, Cindy D, Austin James, Michelle G, L House, Dottie Morgan, Robin M, TB, Cheryl, Anika Hildebrand, Dottie Bloomstein, VVLCR, Amputee, Molly, Susan Canada, Pretend Fashionista, Crystal, The Dark Magician, Totally Clueless, Sally Godfrey, Tennessee Doll Mom, Paula Dupree, Canceled Sadfish, Lola W, Captain T, Susan Elliott, Rena Rue, Sunny D, Sensibly Morbid, Grace Case, Tifa, Busy B, Haiti Joyless, Berber, Bo Roundtree, Danny Marie, Betty Boop Wolf, Sue M, D. Marie, Claire S. Bear, Diane McCall, Sam Shaw, Jamie Couchard, Joby's Mom, Hollyana from Kalamazoo, Annette Carlson, Lola Pepper, Police Wife Life, Angel Cake, JCM, Kimberly Roddy Mom, Nancy P, Atticus Finch, Absent 12, T. Adams, Crystal Clark, Sky Vision, Karma Kid 101, Leah, Jeanette Stevens, Low Red Y'all, Gentry Art, Chicken Cakes, Jen Gerard, Poodlerific, and Yoo-Hoo Shoo Shoo.
Thank you so much for joining, and thank you everyone for watching.